Pradesh. Welcome to the Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023 here under the sunny seaside skies of the beautiful port city of Visakhapatnam. Thank you for joining us. We're really grateful for your participation and we're certain of providing you with information and opportunities of tremendous value to you. The government and industry in Andhra Pradesh look forward to forging mutually abundant, advantageous and prosperous partnerships with as many of you as are willing. Andariki namaskaram, shubhodayam, swagatam, suswagatam. Na peru Deepika Mahidhara, Andhra Pradesh Prabhutvam tarafuna, Andhra Pradesh Prajal tarafuna, Andhra Pradesh Prajanayakudu, Yuva Nayakudu, గౌరవనీయులు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి శ్రీ వైఎస్ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి గారి తరఫున ఇక్కడికి విచ్చేసిన రాష్ట్రీయ అంతర్రాష్ట్రీయ అతిథులు జాతీయ అంతర్జాతీయ అతిథులందరికీ స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం. ఈ ప్రత్యేకమైన సందర్భాన్ని అంటే ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ గ్లోబల్ ఇన్వెస్టర్ సమిట్ 2023 ఈ ఆర్థిక అభివృద్ధిలో భాగస్వామ్యం తీసుకున్నందుకు మీ అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. నేను తెలుగు అమ్మాయిని, ఆంధ్ర అమ్మాయిని. నా కోహోస్ట్ అపేక్ష గారు కూడా తెలుగు మాట్లాడతారు. కానీ మీ అందరి దగ్గర ఒక రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. ఈరోజు ఈవెంట్లో అంటే మన సాంప్రదాయం సంస్కృతి ప్రకారంగా అతిథి దేవో భవ అనుకుంటాం కనుక ఇక్కడ జాతీయ అంతర్జాతీయ అతిథులు వచ్చి పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తున్నారు కనుక ఎక్కువగా ఈ ఈవెంట్ మేమిద్దరం కూడా ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే హోస్ట్ చేయబోతున్నాము. ఇవాళ రేపు మీ యాంకర్స్గా వేదిక మీద జరిగేవి ఇంకా వేరే సెమినార్ హాల్స్లో జరిగేవి వివరంగా మీకు వేదిక నుంచి చెప్తూ ఉంటాం, తెలియజేస్తూ ఉంటాం. కానీ ఎక్కువగా ఇంగ్లీష్లో తెలియజేస్తూ ఉంటాం బికాజ్ వీఆర్ అన్ ఇన్క్లూసివ్ కల్చర్ అండ్ therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I request the audience to please be seated. I request the audience to please be seated. So I switched to Telugu, which is the local language, as many of you may know. And I was letting our local audience know that my co-host Apeksha Bhatt and I will host the event in English, for we are an inclusive people and an inclusive culture. Apart from that, some other things that you must know about the state of Andhra Pradesh and why it has earned the reputation of being advantageous to business, trade and industry are as follows. Under the able leadership of our young and dynamic Chief Minister, the Honorable Shri Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy Garu, the state has ranked number one in ease of doing business for 3 consecutive years. And that's not all. This is not a random ranking. This is particularly significant since it's based on stakeholder feedback. Then in the financial year 2021 to 2022, Andhra Pradesh had the highest gross state domestic product at 11.43%. Next, with a 974-kilometer long coastline, the state has 6 active ports with 4 more under development. And of the 11 industrial corridors under development in India, 3 pass through the state lines of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, Andhra Pradesh is the only state in the country to boast of this benefit. As a state with abundant natural, human and infrastructural resources, given further impetus by industry-centric policies and a proactive government, the theme of this event, Advantage Andhra Pradesh, where abundance meets prosperity, rings true.
Namaskaram, Namaste, Namaskara, Vanakkam, Shubhechao, Namaskar, Kamagani, Annyeonghaseyo, Guten Morgen, Bonjour, Konnichiwa, Ni hao, and a very, very pleasant morning to you all, ladies, gentlemen, and honorable guests. It's an honor to wholeheartedly welcome this august gathering to Mana Andhra Pradesh. In other words, Andhari Pradesam, Mana Andhra Pradesam. Andhra Pradesh is a state deeply connected to India's rich history and heritage. The state traces its roots in some form or the other since Vedic times. Over the centuries, the state has evolved and moved from strength to strength. It has transformed into a progressive state that has stayed ahead of all others in all aspects. Blessed with the presence of the holy shrines of Tirumala, Srisailam, Simhachalam, Ahobilam, Annavaram, and Vijayawada and Kanakadurgamma, it weaves love into the hearts of people with Dharmavaram, Mangalagiri, Venkatagiri, Uppada, and Kalamkari. It flows abundantly like the rivers of Krishna, Godavari, Tungabhadra, and Penna. The rich art of Lepakshi and Kondapalli Bommas awaken the child in us. The Andhra cuisine is amongst the best, and the pickles being the queens. Avakaya is a show stealer along with the Andhra Mata Gongura. And to tickle the sweet taste buds, the Kakinada Kaja, Bandar Laddu, Achayapuram Bhutarekulu are here. And the 2 days of the summit will be music to our ears, like the creations of Tyaga Brahmam and the devote Annamaya Garu. Summer is fast approaching, and the most exported fruit, Banganapalli mango, is from Mana Andhra Pradesh, and Nujavidu Rasalu being in a league of its own. So we really hope you get to taste all of this when you're here in our beautiful coastal town of Visakhapatnam. Over these 2 days, we will hear from the titans of the Indian and global industry who will share their experience of establishing businesses in Andhra Pradesh and their plans for themselves and for also the growth of this wonderful state. And it is indeed abundance and prosperity here at Vizag.
The 13 sectors of focus for the conversations at this summit over the next 2 days will be aerospace and defense, agriculture and food processing, automobiles and electronic vehicles, electronics and information technology, healthcare and medical equipment, industrial and logistical infrastructure, MSME and startups and innovation, petroleum and petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals and life sciences, renewable energy, skill development and education, textiles and apparel, tourism and hospitality. Now, in these conversations across sectors over the next 2 days, you will hear lived experiences, unbiased, well-validated commentary from sector experts on the steps that have been taken in real time by the government of Andhra Pradesh to promote sustainable growth in these sectors. As also communicated on the event website, we would like to take the opportunity at this event to showcase some of our strengths and how this has become an investor-friendly government. An enigmatic and creative laser act to showcase how potential meets progress, innovation meets industry, and how abundance meets prosperity in Advantage Andhra Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, the laser act.
We request you all to please be seated and enjoy this wonderful act. Thank you. Before we go on to the laser act, we would like to reiterate that today we are here to celebrate this iconic state and to herald the new path that is being chartered towards a future of abundance, prosperity, and success. There are a lot of activities that are planned at this wonderful inauguration for all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and we are sure you're all going to wholeheartedly enjoy it. And for all our dignitaries who have come from all over the world, we are hoping this is going to be a very, very pleasant introduction to our Indian culture and taste, and also the culture of our wonderful state, Mana, Andhra Pradesh. We are awaiting the arrival of our dynamic leader, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, who will be very happy to welcome you all, the people from all over our country, and also the people of Andhra Pradesh, and also particularly the dignitaries who have come all the way from all over the world. We are here to make it a wonderful, memorable, and a pleasant experience for one and all. As we are getting ready to showcase the laser act, we humbly request everybody to please be seated. Kindly be seated. We can see a lot of people all around standing.
అతిథులందరినీ కూడా కూర్చోమని రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నామండి. చాలా మంది ఇప్పుడు కూడా నుంచుని ఉన్నారు, అంటే హాల్స్ సైడ్లో అండ్ హాల్స్ మధ్యలో. లేజర్ యాక్ట్ అనేది అందరికీ కనపడేలాగా ఉండాలంటే ఆడియన్స్ మొత్తం కూడా కూర్చొని ఉండాలండి. సో వీ రిక్వెస్ట్ యూ టు ప్లీజ్ బీ సీటెడ్.
అందరూ కూర్చోవాలి అని కోరుకుంటున్నాము. ప్లీజ్ బీ సీటెడ్.
There are a lot of people standing to the side of the halls. We request you to please have a seat and put your mobile phones on silent. It's a humble request. We are expecting the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and other esteemed guests to join us at the venue any moment. And it would be great if all of you are comfortably seated with your mobile phones on silent at the time that we welcome them. So the other thing I'll tell you while we have the time right now, as Apeksha Garu already listed, she listed several of these mouth-watering food items that are available in Andhra Pradesh.
And I hope everybody gets to taste all of that.
Yes.
Do not forget to taste the spicy pickles and also the wonderful sweets when you're here.
And the food is spicy in Andhra Pradesh, in the south of India especially, and I would say even for the good part of the Deccan and the north of India, Andhra Pradesh has one of the spiciest cuisines, but it's not this hard spice that sort of hits you. So do be adventurous while you're in the city and try out the food. You're also in one of our coastal cities, so you get to try some of the Andhra seafood.
Of course, it's the land of the best chilies. So obviously it will be put to best use, and that's why the best pickles come out of here.
Yeah.
We really hope you're having a pleasant experience as you have arrived here and you're seated. And we promise that it's going to be a wonderful show for all of us today and a landmark one too for development.
So even as, we will be hosting this event in English, just a little trivia for you is that Telugu, which is the local language of Andhra Pradesh, is the second most largely spoken Indian language across the world. Just FYI.
We are expecting our Honorable Chief Minister to arrive any moment. Request everybody to please be seated. Vizag today is looking like a new bride with the arrival of dignitaries from all over the country and all over the world, and of course from Mana Andhra Pradesh. There has been a lot of planning and detailing that has been put into this massive event so that everybody has got something to take back from here at the end of these significant 2 days. And we would definitely like to hear back from you about the experiences that you had in Vizag when you were here, especially from our international delegates.
Also, as you might, when you have time, you might want to go shopping a little bit and take back some mementos for friends and family back home, especially those of you who are not from India, who've come from abroad. So some of the things that you can look at are handlooms. We have hand-woven fabrics in India, and Andhra Pradesh has some particularly unique kind of weaves because we also share a border with Orissa. We have these mixed weaves that are both Telugu as well as Orissa weaves.
Yes, of course.
And we have these wooden handmade toys that are very, very, very unique.
Kandapalli Bommas?
Yes.
Okay. And the filigree art of Orissa also has got, as Orissa and Andhra are very close, the filigree art is very famous, so that would interest you. Don't forget to take some of the weaves, some of the toys, and also some of the sweets and the spice from here. Spice meaning the pickles.
And you do in fact get pickles in both vegetarian and non-vegetarian pickles. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. Thank you, sir, for joining us, and thank you for ensuring the execution of this massive event, the Andhra Pradesh Global Investor Summit 2023. I request all of you to join me in a round of applause to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. It is under his tenacious, determined vision that this event today has been possible. And thank you all for joining us.
It's going to be a wonderful leadership of our wonderful chief. Always thinks of progress. He's here, and now the laser act.
We request all to please have a seat and put your mobile phones on silent.
Please
For
be
the laser
seated
act.
and enjoy this wonderful show.